Hi guys, it's Toby here. Welcome to another weekly ease-in. Now what I want to talk to you about this week, okay, is toxins in the body and why these toxins can cause us to reach a plateau when we're trying to lose weight, but also make it a lot more difficult for us to lose weight as well. Now I'm going to explain it quickly, okay? So what we have is we have our fat cell, okay? So these are our fat cells, and within this fat cell we obviously have our fat molecules, but we also have these toxins, okay? Now, these toxins are found and stored in the fat cells, okay? And what happens is, as we lose fat or lose weight, okay, these cells start to shrink. Now, what happens is, if we don't clear those toxins out, the concentration of those toxins in the cells increases, okay? So here, the cell's bigger, and it's got more space for the toxins to fly around, if you like. But here, once we've lost weight, okay, and the fat's been extracted, we then get this smaller cell, okay, so effectively the fat cells shrink, and what happens is the toxins are still inside because we haven't cleared those out. Now what happens is this stops the cell from shrinking even more, okay, because the toxins are filling it up and making it compact, okay, so what happens is we actually stop losing weight because that cell can't physically shrink anymore because these toxins are clogging it up. So what we need to do is we need to clear out these toxins, okay, as well as being healthy with our food. And there's 3 ways we can do that. Okay, so one is drink more water, okay, because all our cells pass water through them through a process called osmosis, okay. And when water's passed through the cells through osmosis, it takes contents in and out of the cell, okay. So if we're drinking more water, we can actually flush those toxins out of our fat cells, okay. So when they start to shrink, there's less toxins in there, so they don't become as concentrated and don't saturate that cell. Now the second thing we can do is getting good fats, okay, because while this water's flushing through and all the bodily liquids are being flushed through the system, the good fats, okay, will replace the bad fats, and these are smaller molecules and are actually used in the body for different processes. So even though they're still fat, they'll be stored in the fat cells still, okay. But what it does is when the good fat replaces the bad fat, okay, it flushes the toxin out as well. So we want to get in our good fats, okay. This is things like olive oil, okay, omega-3s, so your fish oil, and also things like coconut oil as well to cook with, because remember, olive oil turns to a saturated fat, which is bad for us when we cook it at high heat. The third thing we can do, okay, is reduce our additives that we buy in our food, okay, so have a look at the backs of the packets, make sure there's no added colourings, or things like sulfur dioxide and stuff like that in there, okay, preservatives. We want to reduce those because all of those get ingested through the body and then stored in the fat cells, okay. They are the toxins which are clogging up these cells. And we also want to try and buy organic as well, because things like pesticides and herbicides will also be covering our fruit and our vegetables. They go into the body when we consume it if we don't wash it properly, and again they get stored in the cells, clog those fat cells up and stop us from losing weight, and which is why we reach a plateau every now and then. I hope you find that good, guys. Any questions, then drop me a comment. Otherwise I will see you next week.